December 11 already. What a time we're in upon the planet. And all these notes and comments and whatever have gone to my, shall I say, reaching out, offering change, or calling for change. The United States of America was involved with bringing about Mr. Obama into the public. But we talked about change in Canada when we were hoping, when we had the elections, and now, of course, we still have the same people in power, but does it change? Did it majorly change in the United States of America? Are you, who are listening and watching what we offer, are you really analyzing and thinking about change? And of course, as you have had it so many times handed from me, as a survivor of World War II, I can tell you stories about World War II most people don't dare to speak about. But bit by bit, I'm throwing out the bits and pieces. That brings us to the wars that are going on right now. But more than anything, it brings me to you who are out there following one form or other religion. I think Buddhism is turning quickly into a form of Buddhism. And as I have said before, that maybe the Dilly-Dally or the Dali-Dali or the Dalai Lama, whatever they are all out there. Of course, we also know that women who are out amongst you, who reach out to humanity, and as I have said yesterday, there was an astrologer who said to me, actually, it's true that NASA found you in the ancient writings because you were foretold to come upon our planet during these times. Oh yeah, big deal. We are still living upon a planet where women have nearly no voice, and women in spiritual awakening, they're sort of da-da-da, wah-wah-wah, this, you know, this woman or that woman, especially in my case, as a survivor of World War II. I had to see what the churches were involved with and what they did, including some of these other religions, synagogues, Protestants, Greek Orthodox, Old Catholic Orthodox, or Roman Orthodox. There's so many labels. If we go and start to really count them up today, maybe we come to 135 instead of 128. Isn't that disgusting? That there is not one of them who is really standing up to speak to you about your soul, your spiritual life, your spirituality. I made many studies because coming as a person from the Edgar Cayce Foundation said at a dinner in 1973 here in Vancouver. And he said, you might be the greatest seer, greater than my father. He said, and it is sad that women do have so little recognition. So why don't you give your prophecies to us if you want them to go out to the world and then have humanity the opportunity to be prepared for that what's to come. We will publish them as my fathers. And the fellow that came along with them said, yeah, that was a good idea. Your Holiness, why don't you? At that time, 1972, 1973, I did 1974 everything I could to stay in the background, to be quiet, because when I was small I paid a humongous price. I had no existence until I was 19. So I said, well, what choice am I going to make? Continue to be quiet and see everything taking place and happen? Or am I going to speak out about it? And today I feel I must come forward. I'm not a pipsqueak any longer. And I'm concerned about all of you and the reasoning that takes place upon the planet. We see young people whose lives have totally gone to the wayside and they live like vegetables. They have no will even to work and to improve their own life. No will to come forward and to be participants of that what is empowering and good. Then we have all the people who say, let it all go to hell, they have made such a mess. And I listen to all of those who come forward. And you cannot go and belittle a person like the President of the United States of America and say, oh yes, the Nobel Peace Prize will make him more noble and will raise him up. That's all nonsense. Maybe the man in the United States called Obama has lost already the power that he had hoped he would have if he became president, because we know that they are not the sole person who governs. So well enough, there is a much greater thing at stake here. The churches, did really morality, good conscience and peace come from all these churches? And you know that it doesn't matter whether you are Mennonite or Baptist or Seventh-day Adventist, or whether you Adventist, yeah, that's right, or whether you are Mormon, or whether, it doesn't matter who you are. And then you say Mormon, oh holy smoke, we in Utah, there's a book out there and it's called The Mormon Murders. That alone, reading that alone, makes you shudder and ask about morality. When we go back into history, from when Rome was shifting its power because they lost the power to govern in Rome to religion, and they gained greater power and momentum with all the stories that are told. And I said stories. But not one of them, and I must say, of what I have encountered and what I must admit to myself. See, I don't stick my existence under benches. So do I come to you to not stick it under benches.